Now let's see this question. This is based on pie chart. Study the following pie chart and answer the following question. So they have given us some information in terms of the pie chart and you are supposed to answer this question. I mean it is a linked data, which means you are going to get many questions based on this common data. Okay, so it is not just one question, more questions will follow after this, but then you can make a note of this table, I mean this chart, then later we are going to use for other questions as well. Now the question is, the data is like this: percentage distribution of the students in 6 different classes is given and total number of students is 9,000. So 6 different classes students are distributed like this, and now total number of students is 9,000. So it means that a total of 9,000 students are actually distributed across all the 6 classes in this way. 18% of these 9,000 students are present in class 6 and 12% of these total 9,000 students are present in class 12, and 9% of these 9,000 are present in class 10, like that. So you are going to get these number of students distributed across various classes like this. And now they are asking us, what is the difference between the number of students in class 8 and class 10 together and the number of students in class 5. So they are asking us to find out the total number of students who are present in class 8 plus class 10. From this you are supposed to find out, you are supposed to subtract the total number of students in class 5. So from both of this you have to subtract the number of students in class 5, add these two, and from that subtract this. Now one way you can solve it is, you can find out individually how many students are present in class 8 and then how many students are present in class 10, add these two, and from that you can subtract the number of students in class 5. Individually you can find out the individual numbers and then you can find the final answer, or instead of that you can directly find out the percentages and you apply the percentages here and you find out the differences. So here if you observe it, the number of students present in class 8 are 23% of this 9,000, right? Therefore you can write 23% of 9,000. I am not writing 9,000, anyway that is going to be present, plus class 10, the number of students present in class 10 is 9%, isn't it? This is the total. From that we are supposed to subtract class 5, which is 12. So this is going to be 32% minus 12%, which is 20%. So 20% of what? 20% of 9,000. That is why the final answer is 20 by 100 into 9,000. Got it? So it is going to be 1800. So the answer is B. Got it? So how did you do this? You are writing 23%. Here you are supposed to write 9,000. I didn't write it. So how many students will be present here in class 8? 23% of 9,000. So if you write it, it will be clear. If you want the clear explanation, you can write it this way: 23 by 100 into 9,000 plus 9 by 100 into 9,000 minus this entire thing, 12 by 100 into 9,000. So these two factors I am adding at the end without adding them at the beginning. Got it? So you are going to get 1800 in the answer. Okay. Now the next question on the same data is, in class 6, if 3/4 of the number of students are girls, then how many boys are there in the class? Now they are saying that in class 6, so here 18% of 9,000 students are present in class 6. Out of that they are saying that 3/4 of the students are girls, then how many boys are there? So how to solve it is, first find out how many students are there in class 6. The number of students in class 6 is 18% of 19,000, right? 18 by 100 of, 9,000. Now 18 by 100 of 9,000 is 1620, right? And now out of this they are saying that 3/4 of the students are girls, then how many boys are there? So definitely 1/4 of the students will be boys. So the number of boys will be equal to 1/4 of the total strength, 1620, right? So this one is going to be 405. So the answer is here. Okay. Now let's see one more question on this data. If 30% of the students from class 10 were absent on a certain day, then how many students were present on that? How many students were present on that day? Now it is given that in class 9, so class 9 is containing a total of 22% of 9,000, isn't it? 22% of 9,000. So this is the strength of class 9. So this is 1980. Now out of this total students, they are saying that 30% of the students are absent on a day. Then how many students were present on that day? Now the number of students who are present will be 70%, which means 70 by 100 into 1980. Now this one is going to be 1386, right? So the answer is C. Okay. Now let's see this question. How many number of students are present in class 5 and class 6 together? So they are asking us, if you combine these two, class 5 and class 6, these two data together, how many students are you going to get overall? So 18% of the students are present in class 6 and 12% of the students are present in class 5. Now if you add both of them, it is going to be 30%. So both of them put together, you are supposed to get 30% of the total students. Therefore the total students present in these two classes are 30% of 9,000, right? So it is going to be 2,700. Answer B. Let's see this question. There are 40% girls in class 8 and class 9. How many boys are there in class 8 and 9? So now they are asking us that, they are saying that 40% in class 8 and class 9, 40% are the girls, which means 60% of them will be boys. So now we are supposed to find out how many boys are there. So first of all, let's try to find out how many students are there in class 8 and 9 put together. Now in class 8 and 9 put together, the total number of students will be 23 plus 22, which means 45%, right? So 45% of the total number of students is 9,000, will be present in class 8 and 9, right? So this is going to give you the total strength 4050 of class 8 and 9 put together. Now in these two classes, they are saying that 40% of them are girls. Now 60% will be boys. Therefore the total number of boys in both the classes put together is equal to 60% of this, right? So 60 by 100 into 4050, you are going to get 2430, right? This is the answer. Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral. which means without any security now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities, but whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.